This is 911. Do you have an emergency?
Today on Rescue 911, a torrential downpour. When a flash flood
We thought we had all the right equipment that we're going to need.
becomes a raging river,
Got on scene, it's a whole different story.
rescuers race time and the elements.
We knew the time was very short and very critical.
Plus, a skating accident leaves a boy crushed.
The turning of the tires must have pulled him apart.
On Rescue 911.
We begin in northern Texas, where a series of rainstorms had pounded the area around Gainesville throughout the spring, leaving the land heavily saturated, the rivers and creeks overflowing. Most of the footage in this story was taped as the events unfolded on the afternoon of May 9th, 1993.
It was about as flooded as I've ever seen it.
We have a healthy respect for rushing water. I've seen water move houses out into the middle of the street in my town.
Around 11:25 a.m., an alarm sent Gainesville Fire Captain Malcolm Foster and firefighter Al Bruley out into the storm.
We heard the call for two women stranded in a Suburban in high water. We thought we had all the right ropes and all of the right equipment that we're going to need, and we're going to bring these ladies back, and yeah, we're all going to get wet and have to take a shower when we get back to the station, but that's no big deal. Got on scene, it's a whole different story. This thing is raging, man. We've got this travel trailer on the back of this Suburban that was 4 to 5 foot deep in rushing water. There's no way that you can put anybody down in something like that because they'd be swept away immediately. To look at those ladies and see the fear in their eyes when they roll the window down and wondering what's going through their mind. I'm thinking they're going to panic and one of those ladies is going to jump out and try to swim out. And I know that they can't, not in this water. Okay.
When we continue,
What was holding them on the other side was a guardrail, so that could be washed away and we would have a body recovery.
When a truck pulling a camper trailer was caught in a flash flood and swept off a low water crossing into a raging river, Fire Chief Steve Boone was called to the scene, along with additional rescue units.
Due to the force of water, the only way we figured getting to the victims was by the air. The closest helicopter area here is out of Dallas. We figured that's probably 45 minutes away.
Sometimes you have to write the script as the movie goes along. And we decided the best bet was to take ladder apparatus, extend the ladder to these women, and take them out using the ladder as a crane.
The design of the bridge, which was under construction at the time, was very narrow. And extending the ladder fully off the side of the truck is something that's not supposed to be done. The main concern was the truck tipping over. But we knew the time was very short and very critical.
Up on top. What was holding them on the other side was a guardrail, so that could be washed away along with all of the other debris involved. And we would have a body recovery instead of a rescue. Captain Foster grabbed the rescue harness. I was at the controls of the ladder, and away we went.
neighborhood resident Ray Russell had put in the first call for help.
I had a great concern for Captain Foster himself that he might not survive going into the Suburban, which was subject to being ripped loose any moment.
I get Captain Foster out over the Suburban. He breaks the back window out, goes into the Suburban, and attaches life jackets and life belts to these ladies. and brings the First Lady out. Everybody's giving me the signal to go up. I'm already trying it. The ladder won't work.
The ladder was fully extended, which is a 75-foot ladder. And you put the weight of 2 people into that ladder coming off the side. Our outriggers aren't designed to carry that type of load.
The wheels actually came off the ground at one time before all these volunteers climbed all over the opposite side of the fire truck to counteract that leverage. My concern was that the whole crew and truck and everything might end up in the creek.
I was starting to get real worried. We decided to go to a manual operation, which is just a crank. As soon as we got the ladder moving, the hydraulics took back over, and we got the first victim out. I'm not liking it, but I know we got to do it again. Captain Foster gives me the thumbs up. I say, okay, guys, this is same song, second verse. The people around were noticing more guardrails, more pylons, more shoring material washing away from this bridge. So even the bridge that we were on seemed unstable. When we got the second lady almost back to the bridge, the ladder seemed to stop. Finally, somebody reached out and pulled them in.
After nearly an hour trapped in the rushing floodwaters, 76-year-old Marguerite Johnson and her daughter Judy Duncan were finally safe.
There was a lot of high fives and handshaking and pats on the back.
I am a veteran myself of 20 years with the Dallas Fire Department, and I have seen many brave acts. That was the bravest I've ever witnessed, that act by Captain Foster.
I really thought it was going to be a simpler rescue than what it turned out to be. If I'd had another option that I thought would have worked, we would have probably tried it.
The Suburban and the trailer are a loss. My fire truck was bent up a little bit and scratched up a little bit, but that's okay too, just as long as they're out and they're okay.
Both women were examined and released without injuries. Judy then got a chance to call her husband, Carl.
One weekend a month, they go on a trailer trip. And she hadn't called or showed up. I kind of wondered where they might be. So I asked her, well, what kind of problem did you have? And she said, well, we had a little water problem.
Recently, Judy Duncan and her mother, Marguerite Johnson, got a chance to thank the men who saved their lives that day.
Hello, I'm Malcolm.
I gotta have a
Well, I was wondering if I was going to get another one. Thank you.
The water rose so quickly that suddenly it was just coming in under the door. Suddenly it filled the front seat. I just knew when that fire truck came, No problem.
that everything was okay.
I liked it when Judy got out of the Suburban, she's carrying her purse. Well, where are you going to put this? And I was going. She said, what if we fall? And I said, well, if we fall, we're both going. You know, my guys, they actually rescued us instead of me rescuing the women. When I took them up,
I feel really grateful to them. I really do. And I just feel like somebody really made some split decisions that were very good and saved 2 people's lives.
We kept a lot of people busy that afternoon, didn't we?
y'all are real fortunate that guardrail was sitting there.
I hope that I'm never put in that situation again, but at least if I am, I know the limits of the equipment, and I also know that I don't think there's any limits to the guys that I work around. Everybody was given all they had, and it worked.
Just glad to be here.
Yeah, me too. You know, it's something that I guess all firefighters live for, because your heart's beating 90 to nothing and your blood's flowing real well. And it's what I love to do. I love rescue.
Our children might not tell us every day that they appreciate what we mean to them, but on February 7th, 1992, in South Bend, Indiana, single-parent Amy Boffman was reminded that actions often say "I love you" in ways that words never can.
Hey, Hope, what would you like to do today?
Go to the wall. My mom has hearing aid, so I had to talk face to face to her kind of loud.
There, go see the toy. And you would.
She was a little bit grumpy because she started to have some pains in her tummy. Mom, are you okay? She started holding her stomach and walking and that. I started helping her. I took her over to the couch and helped her lay down. Her eyes opened a little bit and she just passed right out. And I don't know why.
County emergency.
Yes, my mom's stomach hurts.
What, honey?
My mom's stomach hurts again.
Your mouth is caught?
Yes.
What'd you cut it on?
She didn't cut it. Her tummy is sick again.
Your mommy's tummy sick?
Yes.
St. Joseph's County Police Dispatcher Jill Hoffman took Hope's call.
Most of the children that we get that are playing on the phone, they'll say something and hang up. But she was very serious. You could hear it in her voice.
Where's your mommy at now?
She's laying on the couch.
Okay, does she talk to you?
Yes.
Okay. Jack, I need an ambulance here. How old are you?
I'm 4.
You're 4? Do you know what mommy's tummy sick with? Does she have the flu?
I think so. Mom, do you have the... Mom, do you have the flu? Do you have the flu? We don't know what we can do for her.
I was scared for the little girl and for Mommy, both, of course, because we all love our mommies. And to lose your mommy would hurt so bad.
Okay. Your mommy's right there at the same house with you, right?
Yeah. It's like Orange Road and this big brown house.
Big brown house?
Yeah, and we have a dog, a collie named Tiffany.
It's a big brown house.
This little girl was so intelligent. She offered a description of the home without us asking. And for a 4-year-old to think of something like that is fantastic.
What's your name?
Hope.
Hope?
Yeah. Do you know what you can do for her?
Well, we got some help coming to help her, okay?
Okay. Are they coming over?
Yeah, they're coming over.
I talked to the operator, and she was helping me. But it seemed like they were taking ever to get here. Mom, the ambulance are coming. She didn't say nothing.
She didn't say nothing?
No.
I thought at this point, when she told me that Mommy did not answer her, that things were getting much worse. I've had parents die, and there's nothing that they can do for them.
I'm just a little girl.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what she does.
I almost cried with her when she cried.
Don't cry, honey. Don't cry, okay?
Okay.
Okay. We got help coming to your mommy.
Okay. Did you tell them that we live on Orange Road?
Yeah, we told them you live on Orange Road in a big brown house.
Yep. With Tiffany.
With Tiffany. How's mommy doing? Is she asleep?
Yes.
Touch her. Tell me if she feels hot.
Okay.
Huh?
It feels a little hot.
A little hot? Okay, there's a policeman there at your house. Can you go let him in?
Yes.
Okay, don't hang up the phone. Just put the phone down on the table.
Within 7 minutes of the call, Sergeant Al Metcalf arrived on the scene.
As I was walking up the driveway towards the house, the garage door came up. And there was a little girl standing in the doorway, and the first words I remember hearing from her were, "Hi, police." She led me by the hand back to where her mother was.
Wake up.
She was all sweaty, and I saw that she was alive.
Can you hear me?
EMTs with the German Township Volunteer Fire Department arrived almost immediately and took over Amy's care.
The phone. There's my grandpa's number.
She showed me how to call grandfather at work on an automatic dialer. Hi, this is Sergeant Metcalf from the St. Joseph County Police Department. And he told me that Hope's mother had endometriosis. Guys, she's got endometriosis.
Okay, got that.
Has she been sick for a while?
An advanced life support unit arrived soon after, including paramedic Lori Johnston.
What you got?
Just because she has endometriosis doesn't mean that's what it is. She could have had a tubal pregnancy. She could have had a ruptured appendix. So we have to treat her as we find her.
Respirations are
Pupils are equal and reactive?
She was completely unconscious. She had blue hands, which suggests that she's having some kind of a circulatory problem. She had a firm abdomen. That also suggests she may be bleeding internally.
Normal saline, please.
They put that plastic mask on her so she could breathe.
Greg, can you go ahead and get the stuff?
I was scared because these people are working out with her and I didn't know who they were. They put my mom in the ambulance and they took her away so they could get her better.
I hope this is for you.
In our squad cars, we carry teddy bears for children that are involved in trauma cases. I handed it to Hope, and I told her that was for doing such a good job in knowing when to use the 911 system.
Amy was admitted to St. Joseph's Medical Center under the care of emergency physician Mark Walsh.
When she came through the emergency room doors, we could see that she was in an extraordinary amount of pain. Her face was ashen pale, and she was writhing back and forth on a cot. I didn't know what she had, and I always assumed the worst.
Let's call ultrasound in.
We obtained a urine analysis, which revealed no blood in it, so she didn't have a kidney stone. And a pregnancy test came back negative. So at that point, I started to feel much more confident in the diagnosis of endometriosis. Abnormal bleeding within the abdominal wall cavity.
Called ultrasound, right?
Amy now takes medication to help control the extreme pain from her condition.
You don't die from endometriosis, but it is a chronic recurrent disease that can be very difficult to treat, and the pain can cause women to come to the emergency room fairly frequently.
4-year-old Hope's handling of the situation impressed her mother greatly.
I'm very thankful for my little girl. because I was in a lot of pain and I was unconscious for a while. There would be no way I could have called 911 to ask for help.
Mom, wait, I'm gonna give you a hug.
This little girl is maybe 3 or 4 years old, and she really had a good head on her shoulders to be able to take care of her mother that way.
I'm very proud. I think the kids should learn to call 911 so that they could help their mommy or daddy.
Now I know my... I'm just very lucky to have her. She's the best thing that has ever happened to me. What you think of me? Good. I love her very much. I really do.
Tiffany. When I found out Mommy was going to be okay, I was ecstatic. I was happy. She's done such a fantastic job with this little girl. And I think they complement each other. They were meant to be together. When you have a happy ending to a call, everybody's happy. Everybody who's involved.
You're gonna give me a goosey goosey.
Next. Children lots of times stick things up their nose and in their ears, but this is a first.
In 16 years of teaching elementary school in Union, Maine, Charlene Dickens has learned that when it comes to dealing with kids, expect the unexpected. But on June 16, 1993, she found herself faced with a problem few teachers of any before her ever had to handle.
Hi guys, how you doing, Chris? Come on in, find a seat, we'll get ready to go back out to the field day.
It was a real hot day.
You're excused. Hi, Jan.
The kids were just coming in from recess and trying to cool off.
Okay, come on in.
Paul, one of my students, had a canteen that had been given to him as a gift. He filled it up with water and went and sat down with his friends.
Among the students in the second grade class was John Strout.
We were all pretty thirsty, and first I took a drink, and then Carlton took a drink, and then Paul took a drink. And he was the one with bad luck. What's wrong? At first I couldn't understand what he was saying. The third time I figured it out. Mrs. Dickens.
Yeah, John?
Paul's got his tongue stuck in the canteen.
What? Paul, come here.
Tongue stuck in the canteen.
Paul, let me see. Just relax.
I looked in and it seemed to be that the threads had a hold right on the tongue.
Got his tongue stuck in the canteen.
Paul, how did this happen? Let me see if I can do anything.
There was a real panicked look in his eye.
Gosh, it's right on there, isn't it?
I twisted it just a little bit because I didn't want to injure him, but suction held it right in place so that there wasn't any give to it at all.
That's it. Keep them going around your waist. Keep trying.
Gym teacher Joe Lufkin was supervising field day activities.
Pretty good. One of the aides signaled to me across the gym.
Okay, keep going. I'll be right back.
He said that he had a little problem here with this student.
Paul has his tongue stuck in the canteen.
I noticed the kid was pretty concerned, so I realized it wasn't just a joke.
Just getting a drink.
Can you breathe okay? The teachers send any injuries to me.
That hurt? Okay.
It's not that I know a whole lot, but I can do the routine things, and also I have the ice. The only thing I could think of to do was put some ice in the water to cool the canteen down, which hopefully would cool his tongue down, and then perchance he could get it out.
Okay.
How's it going?
The ice water didn't have much effect.
Does it make it easier to pull on it? Can you pull on it now?
I felt really helpless.
Can you do it?
And the only thing I was able to do was just keep him from getting real upset and making matters worse.
Just try to relax, okay, hon?
I decided that this is going nowhere and this is out of my league, so I better call somebody.
He has his tongue stuck in what? Okay.
The Maine State Police Department was called in to help.
Sonny, you're not going to believe this one.
Attention all Union ambulance personnel. You have a reported call at the elementary school for a 9-year-old boy with a canteen on his tongue.
They say canteen?
Yeah.
Okay. I've extricated people from a lot of things, but never a canteen. I said, we're going to have to figure this one out as we go along.
Volunteer EMT Pat McAllister headed to the school.
You want your mouth nice and wide for me?
I try to put my fingers in and physically back the tongue out, but it wasn't budging at all.
They're pretty tight, isn't it, honey?
Then there was concern like, okay, this isn't going to work. Now what?
Pat's husband, Mike, a volunteer ambulance driver and electrician, decided to go by the school to see if he could be of assistance.
At home, it was kind of comical, but when you get there and you see how scared he is, you just try to do everything you can to help him out.
As additional rescue units continue to arrive, Paul's mother, Beth Benner, heard about the problem and rushed to the school.
At first I thought, he's got a canteen on his tongue. I'll get there and we'll get it off and it will be no big deal.
It's right off and then you go back to
When I saw him then, I knew that it's really, really stuck.
Doesn't make hardly any noise at all, okay?
Let me hear it again.
I just tried to explain to him that they was going to drill up through it to try to relieve the pressure.
As close as you can to your mouth. We're going to help you hold the canteen.
He thought he was going to lose his tongue.
Okay, you ready?
And his eyes are bigger than buttons.
Okay, we're in. Okay?
Good job.
I want you to try to see if you can pull it off for me a little bit. When I went to manipulate the tongue, it still didn't budge. There was no relief at all with that hole. Mike said, well, let me try blowing into it and see if that will help.
Okay, right then.
As he blew, I tried to physically back the tongue out again, and still, it just was not budging. Okay, let's stop. I'm getting blood on this side. I think we're doing more harm than good at this point. I was concerned, now knowing for sure that it was a swelling problem, that it might work into the base of his tongue and close up his airway. At that point, we made the decision to transport him to the hospital.
You saw him going into the ambulance, and he still had the canteen on his tongue.
Right onto it.
I thought they might have to cut his tongue off to get the canteen off.
Into a room. We get you
9-year-old Paul Benner was taken to Penobscot Bay Medical Center, where emergency nurse Charlotte Fowley took over.
And help you get that canteen off your tongue. Children lots of times stick things up their nose and in their ears, but this is a first.
Okay, Paul, can you open your mouth a little bit? We're going to put a
wide as you
lubricant
can so she
around your tongue.
We decided that we would try the lubricant, the KY jelly, to see if we could slide it off.
Help her pull it a little bit.
That's just not working. We were not successful at that, so we knew that we had to attempt to cut it off.
Hi, Paul.
Surgeon Olaf Anderson was called in.
Boy, that's a big can. You must have been real thirsty.
The emergency room physician had said over the telephone, I suppose I can try and yank this thing off, but I know that the mother would faint.
Can you take a real deep breath for me, Paul?
So I think we need to try something more professional.
There'll be a little needle in your hand, okay?
Obviously, we had to cut it off some way. And as soon as they'd started an intravenous line, and he seemed relaxed, we went about our business.
Good job.
Now,
We had a wire cutter and a pair of scissors. We were able to make a hole in the can, but there were seams everywhere, and those were harder to traverse with those tools. We often have to improvise a little bit and look for different instruments, but it isn't often that we call in the engineering department.
Let's see what you got there, Jim.
Within a matter of minutes, he was up with a fine selection of shears.
Got it. I think that right there will work. Perfect.
We just picked the best ones and proceeded from there.
All right, Paul. This is going to make it move a lot faster. Rob, do you want to come in here?
Sure.
Let's really hang on to this. Hold it nice and steady for me.
At one point, when the tin snips got really close to his eye, I said, just close your eyes, Paul. I said, just close your eyes.
Press through it.
And Mom will watch for you.
Okay, almost over, Bob. Okay, good.
Okay. Wow.
All right.
Good man.
Yeah.
Then we saw the end of the tongue sticking out of the end of the cylinder like a drumstick.
All right, Paul. Here comes the final blow.
We could just get the wire cutter between the tongue and the cylinder.
Almost there, and that is the last cut.
Good job. All right. Okay.
Now we've just got to spring it open. Push this open. Here, it's coming. It's coming. Yeah! Wow. Now stick your tongue out.
Just as soon as it come off, he was fine. I felt really relieved. I felt good. Paul was smiling. Everybody was smiling, you know. It was like, phew!
After being given a quick checkup and a popsicle to ease the swelling, Paul was sent home.
They promised me that they would get that canteen off, but I was afraid that I have to keep it on my tongue for the rest of my life.
Okay, Paul, you climb on. That's all right. Paul is very set back, quiet. He's a good little boy. He's got a big heart. I think he learned not to stick his tongue in things. I don't believe anything like this will ever happen in his life again.
Every lobster she does, she says this is the best lobster.
I ain't gonna buy a canteen again because I might get my tongue stuck in it.
There you go.
There's probably a chance of it.
That's a girl because it's soft.
This is hard.
And that's hard. That's a boy.
I think the lesson certainly is on teaching kids, don't go sticking your tongues in places that aren't supposed to have a tongue in them. But that really was a happy ending, and I love happy endings.
Tell him not to get his
How's
tongue
that
stuck
tongue
in the
doing in the lobster? Can I see it? Stick it way out.
The lives of many critical trauma patients can be saved if they can get to proper care within the first hour after they're injured. Without an efficient system in place, that golden hour can quickly tick away. This story is not a recreation. It's a look inside the emergency medical facilities in Louisville, Kentucky. August 13th, 1993. Shortly before midnight, Louisville police officer Ramona Kinley radios her dispatcher.
535. Another flight down Kentucky and flying. That person's been stabbed. He's not having difficulty breathing, but we still need EMS code 3. He's lost a lot of blood.
I saw him stand on a corner. He waved me down and told me he'd been stabbed. The guy walked up and stabbed him twice, then ran.
This time, he's got lung sounds in both lungs. He's got some funky stuff coming out of the one stab wound in his back.
The victim is admitted to the trauma unit of the University of Louisville Hospital. Among those treating him is Dr. Edmund Hooker.
Stab wounds to the chest have a tendency to be very sick when they get here. You assume that every one of them is going to be dying when they hit the door, if not dead.
You see these, Eddie? Eddie.
When we sat him up, we saw there was one on the back of the left side of the chest and one a little bit lower on the right side.
Start pressing your chest tube for the left. What's his pressure? 170.
What's the first name?
Cap.
22-year-old Delmer Baxter is attended to by nurse Angie Mullins.
He was having a lot of trouble breathing. It was obvious that he had an injury to the right side of his lung, so they had to put in a chest tube.
Put a tube in the side of your chest, okay, to get your lung inflated again. What'd you get stabbed with, you remember?
Like a book about.
Okay. You didn't see it?
The purpose of that tube is it drains all the air that's not where it's supposed to be and all the blood out of that chest.
Just hang in there. Quit hush now. Quit all that fussing. You're all right.
Blood.
Oh.
Wait a second. Here. He's got blood on the left side, but no pneumo on either side.
How you doing? Dr. McKenzie.
Dean McKenzie is the trauma surgeon on duty.
Knife wounds to the chest and the abdominal cavity are serious because you don't know how deep the wound is.
Oh, man, what's he doing?
Yeah, lay on your left. I put my finger in the wound in the chest, and it went all the way through. I could feel his lung and his beating heart. We're going to go ahead and open him up, look in his abdomen, and do a pericardial window to make sure he didn't get his heart.
Your dad's outside, Delmer.
Delmer's family is told that he's been a victim of a random stabbing.
He's got like a slow learning disability. I mean, you have to kind of explain things to him.
You all right, Boo? You're okay.
You all right?
You're okay.
I believe he was afraid that he was going to die.
Dad, I think it might help if you just reassure him just a little bit. You're okay.
police officer was what saved his life, because if he had fell over where he was at on the sidewalk, he bled to death before the police, if anybody would ever found him.
Daryl speaking. Hey, Bullet County. Got an 8-year-old juvenile. We got involved in a motor vehicle accident. Let me go ahead and notify Powell, okay?
At 5 p.m., a call comes into Stat Flight reporting a motorcycle accident involving an 8-year-old child. Flight nurse Jody Hignite is among those responding.
Nobody likes to hear we're having a motorcycle accident because those injuries are extremely severe.
8-year-old Shane Bergen was riding on the back of the motorcycle with his father, David.
When I was driving down the road, I seen the truck coming, but there wasn't no room, and I didn't have no place to go, so I had to hit my brakes. The bike ended up on the right side of the road, and Shane ended up under the truck. He was pinned between the A-frame and the asphalt.
In the state of Kentucky, we have a helmet law, and what I really noticed is the one area of his body that was not injured was his head. It was a blessing that they had their helmets on.
While Shane's father is taken on to University of Louisville Hospital, his son is rushed to Corsair Children's Hospital.
Daddy's going to the big hospital, okay? You're in a little kid's hospital.
Children especially have a tendency to bleed to death quickly.
Shane is examined by emergency medicine physician Jim Brown.
You remember everything happened to you, Bubba? He looked like he was maintaining his own airway good. He was alert. He had a particularly nasty-looking hand injury, some bad scrapes and bruises. His abdomen was tender. We want to be sure he wasn't bleeding in his belly.
No, I think that's
See,
fine.
the posterior elements line
Yeah,
up.
they line up just
Anterior
fine.
elements line up. After we finished our initial x-ray survey, we then needed to do further x-rays to be sure that he didn't break any bones.
Put this on his side so it doesn't take off.
It has to go down into your stomach, okay? And you know why? You got maybe something down there, and we want to make sure it gets out and you don't vomit.
Kids, like adults, come in a wide range of packages. Some of them do very well, some of them do very poorly as far as being able to cope with being hurt. This kid was fantastic.
Shane's mother, Debbie, arrives at the hospital as soon as she hears about the accident.
His abdomen, there could be a problem, so they're going to check it all out and just eliminate some possibilities. But
I could not fall apart on him. I had to keep my head together for his sake at the time.
Oh, wait just a minute. This is Mom.
Sure. Mommy looks fine. He's got road rash everywhere, but he looks fine, okay?
They had to take Daddy someplace else. They wouldn't let him come in here, okay? You're being a big boy. You're so brave. Are you cold? Or are you just scared? I know you are. I know you are.
It's one of the most horrible feelings in the whole world. To go through the kind of pain that I knew Shane was going through. One of the most trying, one of the hardest things that anybody will ever have to do. If a mother never has to go through it, she needs to count her blessings very much.
He's doing great.
3 blocks away at University of Louisville Hospital, David is treated for lacerations and a back injury.
How you feeling since I last saw you?
Feeling a lot better.
Feeling better? I don't know if the surgeons talked to you and what they've come up with so far. He's going to want the spine doctor to take a look at you, make sure everything's intact down there, okay?
David is not a real emotional person, but he was extremely upset.
There's no more bikes for me. Bikes are not going to move. I just bought the bike. It's not going to be a part of my life no more. My babies are too important. I'm not going to take no chance on them.
Sweetheart.
Sure.
Okay. You feel better, baby? Yeah. You got a fever. His injuries were severe road burns on both of his thighs. His right thigh was a borderline 3rd-degree burn. His left thigh was a 2nd-degree burn. He had 2 pieces of his hand gone. So they had to go in there and repair that damage and then do a skin graft.
Love you too.
And I just like to
The next day, Delmer Baxter continues to recover from the stabbing.
He could have been killed easily with that stab wound. It was probably even closer than an inch from his heart. Delmer was very lucky.
In the hospital, and I'm nervous and scared, and I just want to go home.
Delmer?
Yeah.
These are your papers to go home.
Thank you.
Are you nervous?
No, I'm just ready to go home. Bye.
Bye-bye. You take care.
He wanted me to get up here at 7 o'clock to get him. He thought I should just jump out of bed and just come on up here.
He said, you're going to have to get up here now. I'm going to have to get somebody else because they want to release me. I said, well, we'll get there. Don't worry about it. I promised you. Now, after you promised him a while, then he calmed down a little bit. He was scared dead that we were going to get out of here.
Delmer, goodbye. Thanks for saving my life.
Oh,
I appreciate it.
My pleasure. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Yes, sir.
To have somebody like Delmer, who, being a fairly innocent person, obviously did not instigate what happened to him, it makes you become a little bit more compassionate, a little bit more understanding.
See you, Delmer. Bye. Let's get this whole film over again.
It's been a month since David Bergen and his son Shane had the motorcycle accident.
People that I really want to thank is the people who did the skin graft on my hand and cleaned my legs and the person who drove the helicopter.
You're a crazy boy.
Yeah, I was born that way, Dad.
I'm going.
I'd like to say to the doctors that they helped me a lot and did everything they could for me.
I truly, with all my heart, don't believe that I would have my son today if he had not had a helmet on.
I'm very, very lucky. $10! I'm glad that I wore a helmet.